Alrighty, and welcome back. Thanks for joining me, and in this video we're going to be building out a render function. So this is going to be a rather lengthy function, so we're just going to say public function render, and we're going to say $form attributes is equal to, and we're going to merge an array. So array underscore merge, and this is going to take in an action, and then we're going to use an associative array here, or sorry, non-associative array. We're going to point towards this action, and then we're going to also put in the method for this method, and then we're going to, last but not least, say this form attributes. And we're going to merge all of this. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to see if it has a file upload. So if, and then $this has file uploads. So if it does, we're just going to say $form attributes. And we're going to add an inc type, which is multi-part form data. Okay. And I'm just going to add a bit of space here, and this actually is underscore as space there. And we're going to say $form is equal to new component and form with form attributes. And then we're going to say for each $this, and then general component as $component. We're going to simple. Oh, that's part of the for each loop. Okay. Hold on. Let me redo that. For each component as component. And I put that on the inside. That should have been on the outside. Okay. And again, this is underscore general components. I think. Yeah. Oh, general components. That's why it's not working. Okay. That's component. And then we're just going to say $this. Not this $form. And then component. Like so. Now we're going to create another for each loop for each $this input as $name and then the input. If you remember, we are using the associative array, and again, this is an underscore. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. We're going to say $wrap class is equal to $this, and then we'll say wrap underscore wrap and form group like so, and then we'll take in the name, and then we'll say false like so, and we'll say $form group is equal to, and then we'll say $wrap class question mark new component, and we'll pass in the div with the class for wrap or null. So I'm going to use the ternary operator like so, and then we're going to say if is set $this underscore custom components, and then we're going to pass in $name, before, and then say as $component, and all we're going to do is, in fact, hold on, let me just name think this is actually supposed to be here, like so. Oh, wait, hold on. If is set, oh, I completely goofed that. This is, so if it is set as before, or custom components with the name before, then we're going to do a for each loop, and then this underscore custom components with the name before as component, and then all we're going to do is append that. So we'll say $form group, and then we'll do a ternary, and we'll say form group append the component, or form append component, depending on if it's before or not. It'll make more sense when we actually build out a form. Okay. So now that we've gotten that, we can move on to the next one. So outside of this if statement, we're going to say $input component, and we're going to say render input with the name, the input, and then we're going to do the type. So we'll say $input render type, like so. And then we'll say $form root. We'll use another ternary. $form root append. And then we'll say input components or form append, like so. And then we'll do another if statement. If $form root. And we'll say $form append, so, and then form group. And then we'll go outside and say if $this, and then we'll say underscore dynamic fields, and the dynamic fields. And then, I'm sorry, I think I said this. Yeah, so this is the public function here that sets it. So I haven't actually added the private function. Essentially, this will allow us to pass JavaScript files through here. That's what the dynamic fields are for. And then we'll say the CAPTCHA, and then we'll render the CAPTCHA, which we do actually need to create that render CAPTCHA function, which we can do down here. And then we can do private function render CAPTCHA, and then this would be easier if we just did a link and then added the CAPTCHA link that we needed. So what we'll do is we'll return now what we'll do is pass in, we'll pass in it. Easiest way to do this. We'll say, we'll do this CAPTCHA URL. And then we can do, or you know what, we'll do $, the URL like so, and then do $captcha URL. Can do config get captcha URL like so. And that will allow us to use the captcha. Now, we'll come back to this function a little later and add on to it and actually add a captcha, probably in an actual project when we use this to build an actual project. Okay. So back to the captcha that we just put there in our render function. What we're going to do is, the last thing we're going to do is we're just going to return $form, and we're going to render it like so. Oops. Now, assuming I didn't make any errors, which, you know, I might have, this should be working. So in the next video, we're going to actually test this class out and see if this all works or what we have to do to troubleshoot it. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.